Now, when model shops reopened, I went to my local shop, Classic Train and Bus of Leamington Spa, and I decided to buy myself something to celebrate the fact that model shops were available to us again, ones we could walk into rather than just order online and do click and collect. So I went to the back of the shop on the top shelf and found the most Phil thing I could find. That is a Hornby operating timber depot. Now, I've no idea how old this is, but I do know it's been sat on the back shelf of a shop for quite some time and the end has faded. So so it's obviously been kicking around a while. Looking at the box, we have an attractive picture of the operating timber depot, which some of you will think, some of that stuff looks very much like the operating tipping log wagon from Triang days, and they also did a pipe wagon. The picture on the front of the box shows quite a sizable item, and it says some assembly will be required, and it's mechanically operated, which is exciting. Also, the model has been weathered using a simple application of acrylic paint. They've actually weathered this operating accessory. On the side we have the same thing again. On the back we have more temptation in the form of more operating accessories. So we can have a timber yard, smaller logs, thing tips, gravel tipper, same sort of thing, tips. Operating tipper, I've got one of those, you'll have seen one of those on my blog, and the operating conveyor, which I still covet. I think they both came out in the 1980s, certainly. These look suspiciously like American products that have been rebadged as Hornby. However, I'm told this is a rare and valuable item. Yep, I'm told it's rare and valuable. I paid £59 for it. I have no idea if that is good or bad, but I was determined I was going to go and buy something from my local model shop. And it was going to either be that or a loco, and quite frankly, I've got enough locos. Anyway, this is a rare and valuable item, and I shouldn't take it out of its box. Well, there goes its rare and valuableness. We slide the inner, okay, we'll undo the other end as well, and we shall slide the inner bit out, and yeah, okay, that's empty. I will look after the box because it's going back in the box afterwards. And we have some instructions. The R8133 timber depot, sorry, R8133 timber depot. That's interesting. It says 2605. Is this number 2605 on the production run? I have no idea. Anyway, we have some instructions and a picture. What the heck? In the box, because that's what you all want to see, we have a large thing that takes a little bit of getting out. And this will be the timber depot. Right. And it has quite nice, all the doors are sellotaped up. Why are the doors sellotaped up? Do they open in some way? Must do. Lots of flappy bits, some levers. Oh, that lever moves things up and down. That lever moves something underneath the thing. There's a sluice gate that goes up and down. That's nice. Forklift truck doesn't go anywhere. And say some sellotaped up doors that we will investigate. We will investigate in future. Okay. And it's got some track in front of it. Now, next out of the box we have some more track. That's nice. Okay, well, the Forest Lumber Company operating tipper car. Now, this doesn't have anything like the weight of the Triang version, which again would suggest to me that this is something brought in from the States, where they don't understand cast iron like proper 1960s Triang, but it tips, and that's all we care about. Moving on down, we have a walkway of some sort, I think. Yeah, this is for the logs to slide down into the building. Well, that's exciting. And then we have the actual tower bit, looking awfully like it ought to be placed over a over some oil, and and we'll drill for oil. But there's a lever thing there that does something, I assume. Not quite sure what yet. We'll find out. And a chimney. Find out what it's going to look like with a chimney on it. And finally, sellotaped in. Oh, I've damaged the box now. I am a bad man. Bad Phil. You've ruined the collectability of your model. It's almost like you just buy these things for enjoyment. Okay, and we have some logs, looking a bit like sort of twiglet things. Right, now we hook the tower according to this. That makes no sense. Right, I'm going to go away now and try and work out how all this lot goes together, and then I'll come back to you and we'll see if we can make it work. Okay, here we go. We have actually assembled the device. Now, couple of points to mention. This lever here works something in the tower. You waggle it backwards and forwards as a little thing goes up and down in the tower. Now, that means one thing. First of all, tower has to be the right way up, which means the grey base at the bottom, not as I'd done it with the wooden bit at the bottom because I wasn't paying attention. More importantly, there is an operating lever underneath, you can see, and what the operating lever does is it moves another cam. I think you can just about see that going on there. Perhaps I'll get my arm out of the way. What the operating lever does, it moves this cam here, and that means before you hook the base on, you need to make sure that lever is at the bottom of its throw. Then it engages with the cam, and then the whole thing will work properly. After you've done that, you clip the walkway in. The walkway clips under the wooden chute and pokes into the building. It all feels a bit plasticky, if I'm honest. This is obviously this is a bought-in product, not a proper trying thing. And then you have the wagon itself. Now, it's important for the operation of this device that the wagon which tips on one side. For the purposes of this, it must have that side towards the water. What we do is we push the lever over, so this little stopper thing is there, and we place the 3 logs in the hopper. And the idea is you let the lever down and the log slides out, and it should sit into the wagon. Next one comes out, look at that, it works. And the next one comes out and it works. Haha, you're saying, that's exciting, I have loaded the wagon. And it does very specifically say that the wagon will carry a maximum of 3 logs. Well, that says it very clearly there, maximum of 3 logs. Do not try and load more logs into the wagon. And once you have loaded the wagon with 3 logs and no more, you can take the logs off round your layout, which is nice and exciting, and that's, to be honest, that's what it's all you're supposed to do. But you can also push the other lever. Ready? You push the other lever and the logs tip into the water. That was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? Let's do that. Let's do all that again. Let's see if we can make it all work properly this time. Carefully placing the logs in there so they just hit the stop. Right, 1 log. 2 logs, 3 logs. Remember, maximum of 3 logs. Push the other lever, and in the water the logs go. Top play value, I think you'll agree. Then you can lift the sluice gate and presumably float the logs off in some sort of Canadian style thing, and off the logs will go. So there we have it, the R8133 Timber Depot. It's a top device. It's a little bit plasticky, but what a great addition to my collection of operating accessories.